Cutouts, roll out.
Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Hello everyone, the new LEGO Fan 14 here. Sorry for the slow updates on my channel, but finally I'm back with a new, I guess technically more up-to-date video of the, by the time I'm recording this, newest movie release, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Now, also you probably noticed on the experimentation I did on the intro with Optimus Prime, I will start to try to use these kind of more movie-based intros than just my character walking in, saying hi, and stuff happening in the background. I'm gonna try this new kind of thing, and I'm later gonna upload the small animation. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the Optimus Prime intro, and if you like more like that. And so, before we begin, it's a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't seen Rise of the Beasts, don't worry, I'm not gonna talk spoilers, although I'd really like to. So yeah, finally, the new Transformers movie. Here's something you probably have never noticed on this channel, but I am a huge Transformers fan. Like, I have been for, I believe almost my whole life, I've been a Transformers fan. I grew up with Transformers stuff, not with the original 80s cartoon, but you could say Transformers have always been an important part of me. Even my dad, in places like swap meets and such, would buy any random Transformers, including in the original 1980 Optimus Prime, which I have in my collection. And even a long time before being fully into LEGO, I collected Transformers for a while. But then I got fully into LEGO, forgot about it, but with the new movie, I decided to go back into it. Now, by the time I'm making this video, I'm still into LEGO, but I have that Optimus Prime you saw in the intro. I also have the movie Bumblebee and RC. I'm definitely later on going to get Wheeljack, Mirage, the Maximals, and maybe later on the Terracons. But again, you'll probably never notice this in my channel, since my channel is a LEGO channel, not a Transformers channel. And sure, there is that LEGO Optimus Prime, but that thing's like $180. It's practically going to take life savings to get that thing. So I'm happy with this Voyager class movie Optimus Prime. But again, you'll probably never notice it on my channel, but I'm a huge Transformers fan. And I actually saw some of the last Transformers movies in theaters. I remember to watch Dark of the Moon and The Last Night. I believe those were the last Michael Bay Transformers movies. And I do remember I technically saw all the Michael Bay Transformer movies either on TV or in theaters. And here's the thing, I don't remember anything about them. It's been so long since I've watched them, I didn't bother to rewatch them before Rise of the Beasts. But I only remember CGI explosions, Michael Bay, and Shia LaBeouf. Those are the only things I remember from those old Transformers movies. And sure, the critical reviews were always down, but they always did very well in the box. I believe that 2 or 3 of those were billion-dollar movies, so yeah, Paramount was definitely making money with Transformers, but then with The Last Night's disastrous results, they preferred to just soft reboot with the 2018 movie Bumblebee. And in a critical perspective, it's considered the best Transformers movie. But in terms of the box office, people were getting tired of Transformers. Again, The Last Night underperformed and Bumblebee even more. But now Paramount has finally brought back the Transformers into shape with Rise of the Beasts, taking inspiration from the Beast Wars cartoon from the 90s, bringing in the Maximals, these Transformers that turn into animals instead of vehicles. Now, again, besides the classic 80s cartoon, I never watched Beast Wars. So I basically did research on the Maximals, and their enemies, the Predacons. But getting into ahead of myself, the movie itself, I was very excited. In terms of my ranking for most hyped movies of 2023, well, technically, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was my most hyped. It was on number 1, but number 2 was definitely Transformers. And unlike with Guardians of the Galaxy, I actually watched every single TV spot, trailer, commercial, basically anything Rise of the Beasts, really, I watched it. In the case of Guardians of the Galaxy, I just didn't want to get spoilers. I know Marvel can sometimes reveal a bit too much, and I just want to be surprised by that movie. I still haven't made my Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 video. That's on the way as well, but I just need to get this Transformers one out first. And well, how when it comes to Transformers, well, it's basically a franchise that works for its fans. It's a franchise that just does whatever the fans would like it to do. And when it came to Bumblebee, it was very different. I actually do remember a lot from Bumblebee. I honestly think Bumblebee was more memorable than the Michael Bay movies. But now, with Rise of the Beasts, I really liked it. Okay? Again, no spoilers, but it was truly an experience to watch on the big screen. It was so awesome. Again, I'm a hardcore Transformers fan. I don't have that many Transformers in my collection, but I'm definitely a Transformers fan. And so, in the case of Rise of the Beasts, I was very excited since I heard a new Transformers movie was on its way. And finally, when it finally rolled out into theaters, I thought it was amazing. But here's the thing. I think it's more memorable than the Michael Bay movies. It looks a lot cleaner. But I can definitely see the people who only like the Michael Bay movies might not be that pleased with this film. In terms of a Transformers movie, it has the necessary structures that Transformers movie has, but there are just some elements I think Rise of the Beasts cleaned up from the Michael Bay movies. First off, the human characters. Now, gone are Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox, and are now Anthony Ramos and what was her name? Dominique Fishback, I believe was her name. And I honestly really liked these actors as the new main human characters for Transformers. I don't remember a single thing of Shia LaBeouf in Transformers apart from him being in Transformers. But I definitely think Anthony Ramos' character of Noah Diaz, I definitely think he and Dominic Fishback's character was in the Elena, I believe she was called. I honestly thought they were really great characters. I definitely think they're memorable. And I honestly think these guys were very, very, very good add-ons to Transformers. They feel like characters who are actually helping out with the story. They don't feel like simply the human characters there to have the Transformers interact with humans so they can still call it a live-action movie. And what about the Transformers themselves? Well, first off, the designs. They definitely simplified things. Sure, they look very nice, and things also changed with a new studio doing the animation. I believe it's called Skydance Studios. I definitely think the visuals look a lot more clean. Something I don't like about the Michael Bay movies, from the very few things I remember, is that I didn't really understand what's happening on screen. I was like CGI mishmash smashing each other. I couldn't even tell who was who. Who was the Autobot? Who was the Decepticon? Who was dying? Who was throwing the punch? Who was surviving? I just never really understood who was who in the fight scenes. But thankfully, Rise of the Beasts cleans up a lot better on that. It definitely looks a lot nicer. And again, we're stuck with now that with the Michael Bay movies, they constantly rotate between Transformers, but here they give us a solid cast with Optimus Prime, of course, Bumblebee, RC, Mirage, Wheeljack, and another character who's in promotionals. You'll probably see him in some trailers, Stratosphere. And with the Maximals, I honestly think these were really great add-ons and really make Rise of the Beasts unique. Of course, with Optimus Primal, Air Racer, Cheetor, and Rhinox. I definitely think these were great characters to add. And again, it makes Rise of the Beasts so unique from all the other Transformers movies. And then we have the villains. Now, something I was very surprised that the marketing did, ever since the official main trailer, was state that the villain was Unicron, the planet-devouring Galactus copying Transformer. And I was very surprised. Oh, Unicron? I thought they were just going to do Terracons. And speaking of which, they're terrifying. Of course, we have Scourge, their leader, Battletrap, and Nightbird. These guys were pretty fearsome villains. And I definitely do think that the movie benefited from having just, like, technically, still Unicron is their lead, but technically 3 main villains. instead of having like a group of 7 or more Decepticons. And sure, Transformers does feel very empty without the Decepticons. Of course, they were in Bumblebee's. Megatron isn't. I really need a Megatron. A 80s classic looking Megatron in these movies. Please, Paramount. I know you'll never listen to this, but please give us a classic Megatron. But basically, the Terracons do a good job in trying to sort of take the Decepticons' place as the villains. But I do hope we at some point get Decepticons in this new franchise. And overall, yeah, I'm rambling a bit too much on this. The movie is not perfect. You probably saw it has like 57% Rotten Tomatoes. I honestly don't really care that much on Rotten Tomatoes anymore. The Super Mario Bros. Movie was like on 49%, I believe. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. And with Transformers, it's a similar case. I definitely think this is a movie for Transformers fans. And I do think that the film is very solid. I really like the characters, and something else I found so great, the fact that most of the movie was recorded in Peru. So we have really beautiful nature settings. It just made Rise of the Beast feel so much more different, since it's no longer the city or the desert, the two main spots where Michael Bay Transformers battled. But seeing the Transformers now fight in wide open nature spaces felt refreshing in a way. I liked the way that the color pops. But at the end, the movie's still flawed. It's not perfect. It has the basic flaws you can expect from a Transformers movie. But I still think it's enjoyable enough. So at the end, I'm gonna give Transformers Rise of the Beasts 10 out of 10. This might sound weird because, again, I said it's flawed. But I'm a Transformers fan, okay? You can't ask me to be more critical on a Transformers movie I enjoyed. I just can't really say anything negative. Just because I enjoyed it so much, it was such an experience. And I do know that not everyone will be happy with it. I do know of one person who walked out annoyed at the movie, just wondering where Shia LaBeouf was. And so, again, I liked Rise of the Beasts a lot. And I'll also start uploading on my channel these Transformers stop motion videos. You'll probably see that I made one for RC. I'm soon gonna upload that one you saw in the intro for Optimus Prime. And now that I have Bumblebee, I'm gonna work on a video for that. And I have a lot of other movie reviews. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments what you thought about Transformers Rise of the Beast. If you're a Transformers fan, what you thought about the new intro and this Optimus Prime figure. That's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching.